السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. معكم الأستاذ رائد قسايمي. راح نحكي اليوم عن موضوع مهم جدا اللي هو limits as x approaches to infinity. Limits as x approaches to infinity or positive or negative infinity ل f of x over g of x. طبعا احنا راح نقسم الحالات ل ثلاث حالات. حالة رقم واحد عندما يكون degree of numerator greater than degree of denominator. في هاي الحالة لنأخذ مثال نشرح. لو اجينا حكينا مثلا limit x approaches to infinity ل 3x to the power of 5 negative 2x to the power of 3 plus 5 over 2x to the power of 4 negative 3x plus 8. طبعا قبل ما نبدأ لازم نفهم انه 1 over infinity is equal to 0. طيب خطوات الحل دائما take the highest degree. يعني أنا عندي هون this polynomial of degree 5. عشان هيك بالنسبة ل negative 2 to the power of x 3 and 5 those are 0. why؟ لو اجينا بدنا نثبت راح يطول معنا الحل، لكن احنا في صدد حل أسئلة multiple choice. عشان هيك خلص نكتفي بملاحظة just ignore the lowest degree. يعني احنا ما بلزمنا. فأنا لو بدي أجي أبسط النهاية تصبح limit x approaches to infinity ل 3x to the power of 5 over 2x to the power of 4. طبعا نفس الاشي ناخذ أعلى degree اللي هي 2x to the power of 4. to simplify limit as x approaches to infinity, simplify, it will be 3 over 2 over 2 لا x as x approaches to infinity it will be infinity. عشان هيك الكيس الأولى إذا كان degree of the top is greater than the degree of the bottom, the answer will be we have two cases, maybe infinity maybe negative infinity. يعني ناخذ example كيف بيطلع معنا negative infinity. لو قلنا limit x approaches to infinity for an example 5 negative x to the power of 2 over 3x plus 5. we will take just the highest degree, so it will be limit as x approaches to infinity. طبعا be careful, take the highest degree with the leading coefficient يعني العدد المضروب بالأس الأعلى مع الإشارة with the sign. صار عندي negative x to the power of 2 over 3x. simplifying limit x approaches to infinity negative x over 3 which is negative infinity. طبعا it is not necessary if the limit approaches to negative infinity the answer will be negative infinity. for an example لو اجينا حكينا limit as x approaches to negative infinity ل 5x to the power of 4 negative 3x to the power of 3 plus 1 over 2x to negative x plus 8. الآن جينا حكينا leading coefficients وال highest degree x approaches to negative infinity ل 5x to the power of 4 over 2x to the power of 2. By simplifying, it will be 5 over 2 x to the power of 2 limit as x approaches to negative infinity. Now, because it's to the power of 2, the answer will be positive infinity. Why? Because negative to the power of 2 is positive. So it will be positive infinity. Positive infinity. طيب another example مشان الطالب ياخذ حذره. شوفوا المثال التالي. جينا حكينا مثلا limit as x approaches to negative infinity لا x negative 3x to the power of 8 over 5x to the power of 3 plus 7. We will take only the highest degree like this and this from the top and the bottom. Limit as x approaches to negative infinity, negative 3x to the power of 8 over 5x to the power of 3, and by simplifying it will be negative 3x to the power of 5 over 5 limit as x approaches to negative infinity. Now, I have an odd exponent, negative to the power of odd still negative, so that the answer will be negative 3 over 5 times negative infinity, and because we have negative it will be positive infinity. So the answer of this is positive infinity. Be careful. طيب, we will go to the second case. Second case when degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator, the answer will be directly 0. For an example, if I said that limit x approaches to infinity or negative infinity, doesn't matter if the degree of numerator is less than degree of the denominator, then 3x to the power of 2 negative 5 over 5x to the power of 3 plus 1, then I see the degree of the top is less than the degree of the bottom. So the answer is 0. Why is that? To prove that, I will show you limit as x approaches to infinity. Before I start, I will choose the highest degree, x to the power of 3. So I will divide or multiply up by 1 over x to the power of 3 and down by 1 over x to the power of 3 and distribute the limit. Multiply, distribute this on all numerator terms, then 3x to the power of 2 times 1 over x to the power of 3, it will be x to the power of 2 over x to the power of 3, negative 5 over x to the power of 3 over 5 x to the power of 3 over x to the power of 3, positive 1 over x to the power of 3, and by simplifying it will be 3 over x negative 5 over x to the power of 3 over 5 plus 1 over x to the power of 3. If I distribute the limit as x approaches to infinity, also here limit as x approaches to infinity, limit as x approaches to infinity, limit as x approaches to infinity. Then the answer of the first one, 3 over infinity, which is 0, plus 5 or negative 5 over infinity is also 0. Limit to the constant is the constant 5 plus 1 over infinity is also 0. So the answer 0 over 5, which is 0. Last case, when degree of numerator is equal the degree of the denominator, then the answer will be constant. For an example, if I see this example, limit as x approaches to infinity, also doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. So the difference, you can see the difference between negative infinity and positive infinity in the first case, when the degree of numerator greater than the degree of the denominator. 5 x negative 3 x to the power of 8 plus 5 over 2 x to the power of 8 plus x negative 1. As I said before, this will be 0 and this will be 0, 0 and 0. Why 0? Because if I multiply by top and the bottom by 1 over x to the power of 8, so by simplifying, it will be limit as x approaches to infinity, negative 3 x to the power of 8 over 2 x to the power of 8. So 8 with x to the power of 8, the final answer will be negative 3 over 2. طيب الآن هاي الحالة this case is too easy، لكن تحدث الصعوبات متى؟ when we have square roots. For an example, limit as x approaches to infinity, radical 9x to the power of 4 plus 1 over negative 3x, or x to the power of 2 negative 3x plus 5. As usual, the first step is limit as x approaches to infinity, take only, I don't need 1, I don't need 3x and 5, just take the highest degree. So radical 9x to the power of 4 over x to the power of 2. Then it will be radical of 9x to the power of 4 is limit x approaches to infinity, absolute value of 3x to the power of 2 over x to the power of 2. Because x to the power of 2 is always positive and x approaches to infinity also, so that we don't need the absolute value. So the answer x to the power of 2 with x to the power of 2, and the final answer is 3. Now look to this example. If I said that limit as x approaches to negative infinity, radical of 16x to the power of 6 negative 5 over 3 negative x to the power of 3. The same step, take the highest degree, so it will be limit as x approaches to negative infinity, radical of 16x to the power of 6 over negative x to the power of 3. By taking the radical, it will be limit as x approaches to infinity for absolute value of x to the power of 3 over negative x to the power of 3. Now, suppose that if the limit x approaches to infinity, then I will, or before that, I will define the absolute value of x. I can rewrite it as 4x to the power of 2 absolute value of x over negative x to the power of 3, or I will take it all, you are free. Now, absolute value of x is equal negative x when x less than 0 and x when x is greater than or equal 0. Now, if x approaches to infinity, I will take x, and if x approaches to negative infinity, I will take negative x. So in this case, we have x approaches to negative infinity, so I will take negative x. So the answer will be 4x to the power of 3, but negative y, because x is approaches to negative infinity, over negative x to the power of 3. So negative over negative is positive. So the final answer is 4. Be careful from the sign. Right. If we have this example, look to this example. If I have a limit as x approaches to infinity, radical 25 x to the power of 2 plus x, for an example, negative 5x. Now it's a L'Hopital. Why? Because it's infinity, negative infinity. We have many types of indeterminate form. We have 0 over 0, infinity over infinity, infinity over negative infinity, and many. So this is infinity, negative infinity. Why? Because the radical of infinity is infinity, and 5 times infinity, 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 negative infinity. So infinity, negative infinity doesn't equal 0. We call it indeterminate form. So the solution is, look, any expression is without denominator, its denominator will be 1. So multiply up and down by the conjugate. So I will write the same expression, but I will change this sign. 25 x to the power of 2 positive x negative 5x over radical 25 x to the power of 2 positive x negative 5x. As I said, the conjugate is the opposite sign, so I will write positive, positive, the opposite of this sign. Then limit as x approaches to infinity. Now the answer will be, it's a difference between two squares. I will use the rule x negative a times x positive a is equal x to the power of 2 negative a to the power of 2. This is x and this is a. So x negative a times x positive a is equal x to the power of 2, which is radical 25 x to the power of 2 plus x to the power of 2 negative 5 x also to the power of 2 over radical. So I will write the denominator of the times, multiply 1 times this expression will be 25 x to the power of 2 plus x plus 5x. Simplify. Now I have 25 25 x to the power of 2 plus x. Why is that? Because they are inverse function. Look, to the power of 2 with the radical is cancelled. Negative 25 x to the power of 2, be careful, distribute 5 to the power of 2 and x to the power of 2 over. Now, because we have a limit to infinity, then I will take only the highest degree. So I will take radical of 25 x to the power of 2 positive 5x by simplifying 5x to the power of 2 negative 25x to the power of 2 will be 0. So I have up x and down I have 5 absolute value of x plus 5x. Be careful, if x is approaches to infinity, then this will be 0. Why? Because negative infinity, sorry, it will be negative 5. Be careful for that. Then it will be x over, now because x is approaches to infinity, as I said before, absolute value of x is equal negative x when x less than 0, x when x greater than or equal 0. So infinity is here and negative infinity is here. So if the limit goes to positive infinity, I will choose x. So 5x plus 5x will be 10x, and the final answer will be 1 over 10. طبعا في معلومة خطيرة جدا، لو جينا نرجع نكتب نفس المثال اللي هو limit as x approaches to negative infinity, the radical of 25x to the power of 2 positive x negative 5x. قبل قليل لما كنا نشرح as x approaches to infinity بينا لكم انه infinity negative infinity which is zero, which is indeterminate form, but infinity positive infinity is not indeterminate form. So لو اجينا نشيك مثلا، لو اخذنا هون جربنا هيك نعوض تعويض عادي، لو قلنا 25 x to the power of 2 negative 5x. Why I took that? Just I concentrate on the highest degree. يعني التشيك تبعنا راح يكون 25 or sorry, it will be 5 absolute value of x negative 5x, 5 negative absolute value, sorry, absolute value of negative infinity, negative 5 times negative infinity, which is positive infinity and positive infinity, and the answer is positive infinity. عشان هيك يا شباب ديروا بالكم من الإشارات، ودائما لازم تفحص نهايتك إذا إنه فيها شغل، يعني إنك بدك تعمل عليها خطوات وحل. It have to be or it has to be indeterminate form. This is not indeterminate form. Before it was indeterminate form اللي هي infinity negative infinity. خليك حذر من هاي النقطة يا شباب، بنعيد وبنكرر، بلاش تقعوا في تركات سهلة وسهل إنك تميزها. دائما افحص النهاية. test your infinity. كان معكم الأستاذ رائد قسايمة، وشكرا لكم. السلام عليكم.